Previously on Eclipsed Hearts.
You should have let me help. You always treat me like I'm a kid. My whole
Because you are
life.
a kid. You are!
Something might happen to you.
Hey, Celes, can I tell you something? I'm sorry I've been really mean to you and Desi and Ava and Freya. I'm not gonna do that anymore. And yeah, I'm really sorry.
Oh, thanks.
I wanted to talk to you first about Desi.
Mm-hmm.
She's always studying and trying to find theoretical books on quantum physics and quantum mechanics and toiling away, and it's just a very unique area of study. She gets out a notepad and writes on a piece of paper and turns it to you and says, "Do you really think that everyone is so blind?"
What's that?
Well, I just had a talk with her, and she was asking a lot of questions about, like, if we were okay, and she was talking about Jason a lot. And if we needed anything, that we could come to her. And then she made sure to tell me to pick up my essay on the way out, and this was on it. It looks like a map
Yeah, circled.
on a little location.
Do I decipher anything?
That's where Jason died.
What?
Do you think the four of us are enough for it?
Something tells me. No.
And now you get a text, Celes, that says, wow, I can't say this and have it not be ominous. Midnight, your hunting grounds come alone. And you see her. She's standing in front of the tree, in front of a tree. And Celes, you're the closest because you're the bait. And you see on the ground, grayed out, decaying, like they are no longer a human, is Colette, dead, disintegrating below Agent Storm. And you see Agent Storm with a bracelet glowing with gems. And next to her, you see Andromeda, and she just says,
No.
"Celes, I'm so sorry."
We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. If we are crashing down again, pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud, it's alright. You're giving me a lie again. And tell me what you want, this time I won't take it to the heart, 'cause I know we won't make it out. I've heard it all before. Yeah, tell me what you want, let me hear that I'm the only one. You know that we won't make it out. We've heard it all before. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright, so let's move on. 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 It's alright, so let's move on.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to wait. Oh,
Uh-oh,
I need to fix Momo's cam.
Fix my Kamawa.
We all see her.
We all see her, so
Fix
I'll
my cam.
I need
figure
to
out what's
refresh
going
like
on.
last time this happened
Yeah.
to me in Blades.
I'm going to get Momo fixed, so give me a moment. Thank you all for bearing with us that we had to cancel last time because multiple of us had the plague. I still have the plague, but I don't want to go without this game for 2 weeks in a row. So I'm going to manage with the plague. I'm going to try to mute my coughs, but if some coughs come through, I apologize, everyone. With that, just quick announcements. Please join our Discord, discord.gg/MagiRPG. It is the best place to keep up with us and know what is going on. That's where you will find out things like show cancellations or new shows or casting calls or all sorts of other wonderful things that are happening in the world of MagiRPG. And also we have some great... Wow, we're actually probably going to need them tonight. Some tip incentives for you all to donate that goes towards the wonderful art that we have. The art for this show all being done by Momobee. Thank you, Momo. As always, wonderful, wonderful artist in person. And so all of our money is going back into production costs. So if you also want to help out the players by taking away their stress or giving them an extra die when they have a desperate role at some point in the not so distant future, or help them get out of this sticky situation that they're in, you can do that. You can even save them from Eclipse if you're so inclined. But we're gonna jump to the sticky situation now. Are you all ready? Are you ready for this?
No.
Are you ready to have to hurt one of your own?
Oh my gosh.
I'm actually so ready to hurt one of my own. I've been building it up.
What do you all say to poor Andromeda? Or I suppose it's just Celes that is there currently.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all hiding.
I would just... Andromeda, what is this? What have you done?
I had to. I'm sorry. I had to.
What do you mean you had to?
She looks over at Agent Storm, and Andromeda just looks down and says nothing. And you see Agent Storm transcend.
Oh.
She turns into a ever-moving blue blur of ice and wind and rain, and lightning just seems to keep striking around her as she looks beautiful and terrifying and starts to float in the air, and above you hear the sound of thunder begin to clap and lightning flashing away and rain start pouring down around you. Andromeda shielding herself from the rain, and the rain beginning as the drops drop into Colette's body, washing it away as if she was ash on the pavement, and flowing gently into the stream. In seconds, her form is not even there anymore.
She's just gone.
She's just gone.
I look up at Agent Storm in this new form. And I take a few steps back. Is this what you wanted?
You're addressing Agent Storm or Andromeda?
I kind of just say it. I kind of am addressing both of them, but I am looking at Agent Storm. She's the one who brought me here.
She just kind of cocks her head and says, "We're the real Blight, Celes. I didn't give poor Andromeda much of a choice. Just in your final moments, remember that. She actually loved all of you."
All right. Upon saying that, I'm going to transcend also.
While Agent Storm is distracted,
She is. And she has not noticed any of you.
I wanna I want to like fly or preferably teleport behind her.
So everybody transcending now. Oh no, you
I think
already
we
were
were
transcended
transcended.
already. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were already, because we were going to be jumping.
Actually, instead of I take it back. I don't want to do that. I want to actually hurt her instead of bothering to use my transcendence to move. Colette was never my friend, but she didn't deserve this. And seeing her with all those gemstones and seeing Andromeda, I think Desi is just full of rage. And I want to create a gravity well centered on Lyra.
Okay. That's awesome. What skill would you use to do such a thing?
I think Defy or Flow would be appropriate.
Flow makes the most sense to me, but you can do
Okay.
either one and I'll adjust position effect accordingly. If you do Flow, I would say you are in a controlled position, and I'm going to say that standard effect, as you have her outnumbered even though she is quite obviously incredibly powerful.
Okay. Flow it is then. It's a 4 and a 2. Can I push myself to get an extra die?
Technically, you're supposed to do it before you roll, but yes, I will allow it.
Okay. I'll mark a stress.
2 stress.
That's a 6. 2 stress. That's a 6.
Okay. Please hold.
Okay.
How does it look when you summon this thing?
I am imagining it like a mini version of a black hole.
Pretty sweet.
So like this void kind of opens up and just starts like pulling and bending reality around it and gravity around it. And the idea is to do my best to either keep her from doing anything or preferably ripping her limb from limb.
Okay. The ripping limb from limb is not going to happen. However, you unleash this black hole and it seems to pin her in place. And as she was floating in the sky before, she is sucked down to the ground where you've dropped this, and it's warping the air and the light around it. Now I have a follow-up question. How large of a effect do you want this black hole to have?
I mostly wanted it focused on her. but I imagine that kind of power would probably extend beyond her reach, so maybe like a 15, 20-foot radius.
Okay. Good to know. As you do that, Andromeda realizes that she is about to get sucked into it, and she transcends and dodges out of the way at the last moment. And Lyra looks at Prismara and says, I thought I told you to come alone. You've been naughty. And I need everyone to make a resistance roll.
The fuck?
Don't like that.
How am I resisting?
You are resisting with, hang on, I will believe it is stars. I believe it is stars, but let me double check 1 second. No, it is sun. It is sun.
Oh, okay. So make a sun roll.
Oh,
It's sun.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not stars?
I'm sure.
Wait,
Also-
I haven't rolled resistance in a like with looky. It's sun. I have 2 pips in sun.
Hang on, let me
Where?
look at your sheet to clarify.
Just click sun.
Yeah, you can just click sun. So yeah, you have 2 pips in sun.
Motherfucker.
5.
I've also,
Ooh, I got a 6.
I also rolled a 6.
I got a 5?
Who rolled the 2? Or did someone roll a 2?
Or is that 2? Or do I take the 2? I rolled a 2 and a 5. Take
no.
the lower?
No, you take the higher because you have 2. Okay.
A 5.
I just saw that. So a 5. Okay, so take the stress, and you all manage to keep your wits about you as enraged, she basically turns the forest into a war zone. A tornado comes down from the sky, and you lose total visibility as ice swirls around you. And you have to like shield yourself from the hail that is coming. You can't see more than a few feet in front of you as this torrent of wind and rain and ice just starts swirling as she kind of recoils and takes a defensive posture. None of you take any harm, and she is clearly trying to intimidate you, but all of you, fueled through rage, anguish, and despair, are fighting through that and know what you want to and need to do. The black hole will hold her for a little bit longer. If you can find her, you might have an advantage for a moment. What do you all want to do?
I want to send a text.
You want to send a text?
Let's go, girl!
You're whipping out your phone.
I'm still hidden technically.
This is going
I
on the
haven't
internet.
popped
That's fine.
out.
What are you
and
doing
no,
with your, what are you texting?
We have already established I have Leona's number. And so I am texting Leona. Colette is dead. Andromeda betrayed us. If you don't hear from me in 2 hours, you run and hide.
Okay. That is what Watchdog is doing. What are the rest of you doing in this moment?
Could I don't know if this is possible. We'll see. The ice and she doesn't have a form, right?
She does have a form. You currently cannot see it, as you are basically been brought into a blizzard.
Can I echolocate it?
You could certainly try.
sound?
I will say that it would be very limited because of how loud and how much debris is currently in the air around her and around you. It is not impossible, but it would be very difficult.
It's worth it to try. If I can locate her, that means we can start hitting.
Sounds like flow.
Yeah.
So this is going to be controlled, but this is going to be limited effect.
Can I push for greater effect?
You can push it to get standard effect.
I mean, we find her while she's wrapped up.
Yeah, I would push for standard effect.
Yeah, I'm a push.
Oh, I have an ability. Am I allowed to use it?
What's your ability?
What is?
I have the veteran ability, 2 steps ahead, so 2 times per mission I can assist a teammate without having to spend stress.
Then yes, you can assist. Narratively, how would you
Lovely.
assist?
I think, sorry, you are playing the Harmony spellbook playbook. What do you fucking call it?
Yes, the Harmony playbook.
Symphony. There you go.
Yes.
I'm like, it's close enough, but like that's not correct.
Harmony,
Yeah.
symphony, yeah.
Too many E's. So Symphony and I are maybe hiding in the same spot, so you can see me like pull out my phone before you're about to do what you do, and I will look at you and just say you're real good with fucking music and stuff. I'm assuming you have perfect pitch. Listen for her heartbeat.
And I'm gonna
Oh, clever.
Oh.
do a little eyes closed, and she will listen. I imagine what she's doing is actually a little, like, it's not visible or audible, but a little pulse out, invisible little sound waves that go out, and she's waiting to kind of get the one that gives her a heartbeat back.
Okay. So
that's
with her
what I'm
assistance,
picturing.
you can get your extra die, and it is going to be controlled and standard effect.
Slow. Controlled. Standard. Transcendent. Yes. Extra die. Yes. Submit. Okay. Yes. 6. Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go!
Like,
see
like
that
Momo's
too?
mic
You
cuts
see
out.
just cutting.
So good.
Because she screeches into her
I'm
microphone.
screeching.
always.
Sorry.
You listen, you close
It's
your
me screaming.
eyes, you let out your perfect voice. I'm not going to try right now because of aforementioned plague, but you hear her actual rapidly beating, boom, 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 panicked heartbeat. You know exactly where she is. You can point her
I
out.
give Watchdog a look and like just give a nod, like a I've got her kind of nod.
Give you a cool anime guy thumbs up.
Yes.
Because I got a little claw, and so the nails real prominent. I just realized texting as Watchdog must be fucking hell.
Clickety clack.
Like you, like just tap 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 tap.
This is a
I've
pain I'm
scratched
glad
the
that
screen.
I, Frank, have
Okay.
not experienced.
It's too real.
Oh my goodness.
I've got her. She's 10 feet forward to the left, right by that tree. And she'll kind of point a little bit so you can see.
Got it.
Eon and Prismara, what do you do in this moment while she's tied down by the black hole in the darkness?
So I probably wouldn't have been able to have heard that from Symphony about the
Unless she
location.
screamed it. Did you scream at Symphony?
I don't know if I would.
Yeah, I think that's okay because so there's like currently like like you said that she's let out like a storm or something.
Yes. You basically think of it like, I'm looking to see if I have a more appropriate background for a blizzard, and I don't. But yes, imagine you are in the middle of a blizzard right now.
I'm going to use one of my transcendent abilities, Ex Machina, where if I push myself, I can compel the environment to change itself to suit my needs. So I would like to compel the environment I would like to stop the storm because that's suiting my needs. So I would like to try to use this to hinder this storm and push forward, essentially, and push myself.
Okay. To me, that sounds like Defy.
Okay. And so I have to push myself.
So, yes. So, I'm going to say it would be controlled and this is her storm, so it would be limited effect. You're pushing yourself. You can get an extra die, or you can change it to standard effect.
Ooh, I rolled a 4.
That is a partial success. You bend the will of the storm to listen to you, and it doesn't have the effect that you want it to, but you are able to essentially get it to listen to you enough to poke a hole in the storm, leading exactly from where your friends are to you. And you all see her clear as day, sitting there, channeling and trying to figure out how to release herself from this black hole. Eon, in this brief moment, what would you like to do?
I would like to increase the pressure, please.
So you want to make this black hole suck even harder?
I'm wondering if I can reshape it to something that's actually going to hurt her, because I'm pretty determined now.
You tell me.
I'm thinking a spear. Just still the gravity well, but like reforming it to like shoot up like a spear. Just kind of like an arrow or something.
So a gravitational spear, essentially.
Yeah.
That
kind of
is complicated. Okay.
Chat's losing it at your phrasing, by the way. I just want you to know that.
You're welcome,
I believe you said
chat.
suck harder.
Suck harder.
Always. With consent.
Would you say you want this to swallow her?
No, I think actually she wanted to do the exact reverse. She wants it to pierce her.
Yeah.
You can be pierced and
So
swallowed.
I am going to say this is risky.
Oh, DP.
And this is limited effects.
I don't like that.
Because
Okay.
this is, one, you're testing the limits of your power to do this, and two, creating a gravity spear could go very wrong if you
Okay.
misangle or mistime
okay,
it.
I'm rethinking.
Do you understand what I'm getting at? It might
Yeah,
not
I
just
do.
be her that gets sucked into this thing.
Okay. I'm going
Is it too
to...
early to ask if I can use my ability again for helping?
No, it's not too early.
I haven't. I mean, feel free. I think I have another idea though.
Go ahead. What is your other idea?
So this well is probably making things difficult for other people to get close to her.
Thank you for the bits.
I was hoping to kind of like suck her in and stop her from doing shit, but clearly it's not helping.
It is definitely helping. You have
it's
stopped.
helping, but it's not stopping her completely. So
Correct.
instead, what I would like to do is make her stop.
Just keep her in place.
So I'm gonna drop the well, but in the same like instance, like simultaneous to me dropping that, I want to freeze time on her, like I did with the group.
Okay.
But if it's one person, how difficult would it be for me to do it for a little longer than I
Normally,
did last time?
if it was one of your rivals, it would be a lot easier. But she is on another level of power, so you can do it, but it may only be for a few moments again.
And I slow her instead of stop her.
I would say, assuming that you're probably going to use flow for this, as you were literally controlling the flow, then I would say that would be controlled and standard effect. And
What can I do to get a great effect?
you could push yourself to get a great effect, or you could make it risky instead of controlled to get great effect. Or you could do both to get extreme effect.
I'll give you the free assist.
Okay, I'll take an assist. So what does that mean?
An assist will get you an extra die. You can push
Okay, I'll take it.
yourself to either get great effect or extreme, or you
I'll
could
take it. I
take
want
worse
her.
position.
I want this to be like she's like molasses. That's what I want.
So you're gonna push yourself. Okay, take
Yep.
2 more stress. And I am starting a clock.
Okay, I got a 6, a 5, and a 2.
I have to describe how I assist you real quick.
Yes, please do.
That's the one requirement.
Okay.
So, I think we've already established that we've trained together a lot. So I think I understand to a degree what your powers kind of look like. So I kind of know what you're going for. And Freya's never really done this before, and simply because she doesn't want to. It's kind of just cool being like big and then big and strong. So I think she sees that you're trying to go for like a slow or whatnot, but you need time to disperse the gravity well. So I think whatever shadows are around, Freya makes it come up and hold her in place so you have time to disperse and then do the thing you want to do.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I love that. Awesome. Yeah, I think Desi taking like the cue from pretty much being well in sync with Freya during all of our training together. Like we catch eyes like across the battlefield, and you do that. And
so you're going into melee range to just hold her basically in place.
No, I'm using shadows that are. I'm using her shadow.
Got it.
You know, the trees, the debris, like things around that can cast a shadow that will disappear.
Got it.
Are currently just holding her in for just a bit longer, and they will disappear when they are no longer there.
Okay. So you rolled a success. Yeah. And it's great effect. She starts moving slowly, and she looks like she's trying to back up from you all, but it's literally like
slow motion.
Yes. You don't know how long this will hold, but it is holding for the moment.
I shout to them, "Now's the time!" While she's slowed.
Okay. Prismara, you got something we can do together?
I'm trying to think.
Keep track of your transcendent actions, by the way, friends.
Yeah.
I got 2 so far.
Yeah. I think I would just like move toward her and what were you? Is anything you were gonna do, Symphony?
I was gonna screech at her until her ears bleed or something.
Okay, you screech at her.
I'm trying to do damage. Desi or Aeon said do damage. I'm gonna do damage.
Yeah, I might take the nearby trees and just slam them into her. Try to grab them from the earth and move them onto her.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
like kind of a combo attack.
All right, I'm writing it down. Who else in this round, so to speak? I know Forge doesn't really have rounds, but we always find it better to run it like most systems with rounds. Who else? Anything else from anyone? Or just let them do their thing?
I want to see how much damage the other two do first before I determine what I actually do for my turn. Because so far, my only actual turn has been texting.
All right. Yes, correct.
Which I don't think counts as transcendent.
It does not. It does not, no. Yeah. You haven't gotten anything back, but it's been literally seconds, so not a huge surprise. All right, Evangeline, to me, that sounds like flow, and I'm going to say this is controlled and great effect because she is immobilized, and you've got the drop on her.
Partially ice, too, right?
Yes.
I can shatter glass with my voice. Ice will be no problem.
I said controlled, great effect. How much do you want from me?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Visually, this is what I'm picturing. Like ice shattering. Is what I'm going for. Okay, let me roll. Controlled, great effect. Yes. No extra D. Oh, 6! 6. I'm trying not to screech. 6.
No, you can screech. It's great. You let out, you do your best Black Canary impression yet again, just screaming at her. She can't even cover her ears fast enough as the ice around her starts to break and clatter. Hang on while I fill this clock. It's a mystery clock, but it's at 3 out of 8 now.
Huh.
Is it the she dies clock?
Could be.
Better be her death.
Yeah.
Her time running out.
Could be. And after a few moments, she's able to finally cover her ears, and you can tell she's trying. She then starts to try to cocoon herself in literally a block of ice, but it is taking a while as she is slow and in pain. And I believe, Celes, you are throwing trees at her, yes?
Yes.
What attribute would you say that is?
I mean, this could also be flow.
Blow this tree into her.
Or defy.
To me, defy makes the most sense.
All right.
And I will say this is controlled and great effect yet again.
Controlled, great. Okay, transcendent action. Ooh, I rolled a 3, so. Yeah, not great.
So, getting a moment to adjust as you do this at the same time, she's able to react and is able to get this cocoon of ice around her partially, and the trees go flying off of it. And she's continuing to freeze herself solid, but she has been hurt pretty badly. She is still moving extremely slow, and she's just focused on cocooning herself in sheets and sheets of ice, creating a wall around herself as she realizes she has made a strategic mistake. And you all seem to have the upper hand on her. And more than trying to kill you, she seems like she's just thinking about getting out of here alive now. What do you all want to do?
I would, like, in her defense cocoon, I would just, like, I would just ask, like, why? Like, Celeste still wants answers, like, for why she put, like, Andromeda up to this, like, so she's just like, why?
Who do you think is actually keeping the Blight away, you idiots? Do you know what's gonna happen if you actually kill me? This is the only way.
Like, Celeste still just trying to calculate in her head. She blames... Are you trying to kill all of us? Just wipe us out? Is that how we stop the Blight? Is that how you see it?
If I don't kill you, eventually the Blight will, and it'll keep getting stronger.
No. No, you're wrong. Celeste is just gonna keep hammering into her.
Okay.
I'll continue with you. Try
Yeah.
shattering that ice.
It is going to be risky now and standard effect, as she is going full defensive posture and she now knows what you all are trying to do. Do you want to continue?
Please hold.
Yeah.
Is it possible to gather info in the middle of combat?
Yeah. What are you trying
Can
to
I do
gather?
that?
What do you want to do?
Besides the obvious of what she is trying to do, I want to know if there are like, okay, 1 second. First, I want to know how I'm going to fucking word this. That's what I want to do first. Besides the obvious of what she's doing, what you literally just said, basically, what are other potential threats? Or I want to do the ultimate vibe check on if she genuinely believes what she's doing is correct, or this is just like bullshit.
So I think there's 3 ways you could figure that out. 1, empathize, trying to understand, like, does she really, like, is the emotion that she's expressing genuine? Perceive, you know, based on her body language and how she's going about this, you know, does she seem genuine? Or analyze, is what she's saying actually logical based on what you all know about the Blight and have discovered it very recently? So different ways of going about it. I would say any of those make sense. How would Freya Watchdog go into that?
Sheesh. Well, stat-wise, perceive and analyze are both good. I don't... Please look at Freya. Does she look empathetic to you? I have
Hell no.
I have another question in terms of, does watchful kick in for stuff like this?
Let me look at... I don't think so, only because that's not really in your set of gather info, but I think it's a very valid thing that you can do without spending transcendent dots.
Okay, then. Okay. I did that instead. I want to analyze it then.
Okay.
I think that makes the most sense right now.
So this is going to be controlled and standard effect.
I want to push myself.
Do you?
I think I do, because I only have 2 stress right now, so I am safe to push myself. Safe. It's
Safe
not the
question
right.
mark?
You know, that's not the right word, but
You
it's
feel
not the.
secure?
I
You feel safe?
I don't know. Okay. That's 6. Ironically, 6 and a 2, but 6.
Okay. You know that the Blight has started speaking, and has for a while. You know that the Blight seems to have fighting styles and personalities in certain locales. You know that many people have fallen to the Blight, and it's only gotten worse over the years. You know that the Blight and the Soul Stones appeared around the same time. It is entirely possible that what she's saying is true.
I still want to kill her.
Yeah, me too. Hey, can I
Please
assist you in doing
proceed.
that?
So, risky standard for both of what you are, if you guys are just hammering away doing what you were doing before.
I have a better idea to get her out.
Okay. What is your better idea?
So sound waves can generate heat through electromagnetic induction, and I'm gonna melt that bitch out.
Okay.
I have a science girlfriend. I know the reason.
I'm gonna
I
say
use the right sound wave. It heats up. Ice melts.
thank you,
Boom.
Weber, for the sub. I'm gonna say that is great effect, it's still going to be risky for a different reason now.
Physics class, the RPG.
That's right.
One thing about us, we're gonna learn.
Are you good with
Okay.
that?
Yeah.
And I will sell the potential danger because this is blades.
Thank you.
You are creating a lot of heat.
I am.
Heat can burn any number of things, including people.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why it's risky. I'm explaining. But it is great effect.
All right then. One moment. Let me roll. It is risky, but think about the reward. Oh no.
Oh
The
god.
consequences of my actions. Can I resist? No, can I resist?
I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, and then you can choose to resist it.
Yep.
Can I
You
protect an ally?
Try to... You can, depending on what the consequence. How exactly were you aiming this ray of heat, or this effect
At
of
the
heat?
cube. At
You were
the ice
using your
cube
voice,
with like
though.
a cone. Yeah, like a cone. You know, like
Yes.
a cone.
You do that, and it's very clever of her. Instead of just sitting there and take it, she reshapes the cube and angles it so the sound gets reflected right back directly at you. And you blast yourself with this heat. And please take level 2 harm burned as your body
shit.
sizzles from the heat of your own
I'm
blast.
just gonna X that.
So yeah, you
Please.
can protect or Prismara. Symphony can resist, either or.
I will resist.
Roll. So I believe that is Sun to resist that. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay. Take 3 stress from that resist.
Ooh.
And you manage to get out of the way, but I need you to take instead level 1 harm afraid temporary, as you almost hurt yourself very badly, and this is getting very dangerous. Oh. Sorry friends, need to go to a quick break. Be right back. Hi everyone. We had a player use safety tools as they should, and it was my bad for going past a recently established line that I forgot in the moment. Everyone is okay, so we're gonna pick up. But just a general reminder, always please have safety tools at your table. It's really important for this exact reason. No shame involved. It's all good. Everyone is happy. Just mistake by me. And everything is okay. Celeste, are you going to keep throwing trees at this woman, or are you going to take a different tact?
I think I'm going to take a different route here.
What would you like to do?
Oh man. I have not many transcendent things I can do left.
How many points you got left in your transcendence?
Just two.
Okay. alright.
So can I use my transcendent ability again?
Yeah. You can use it as many times, I'm pretty sure, unless it limits it.
Because you got points for, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to use Ex Machina again to... Honestly, I want to try to, like, get her to come out of her cocoon. Is she's still in it, right?
Yeah.
She's still, like...
Yeah,
like,
she's still in it. She just reshaped it.
Think of
okay,
it, she used Lysandra ult. She's just sitting there in Lysandra ult.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I don't play that, but I will whatever that is.
She just like, encased herself
She
in ice.
encased
Like,
herself in ice.
Okay. So
Like
okay,
Aang in The Last Airbender at the beginning. Is that a better analogy?
How did they break Aang out? They just Katara started yelling, and then he just they got him out. No, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to like break through. Like I can compel the environment to suit my needs. So I'm gonna just like try to melt it if it is actually ice. Yeah, I'm basically just gonna try to either like melt or like reshape this.
Just
cocoon.
using your energy. So not using Ex Machina, just kind of using your power.
Yeah. I think that works. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say that this is risky and great effect.
Risky. Defy again?
Defy makes sense to me, yes.
Okay. All right. Egad. Poop. I rolled 2.
Oh no.
Can I? There's nothing I can do to.
Not yet. You try to melt, and as fast as you're melting, it seems like she's reinforcing it, and she's getting the storm back under control as you're no longer focusing on controlling her storm. And she whips it around, and the hole that was around her seals like the hole in the storm. And you were recoiled back, and some of the ice as you're focusing on melting this, hail starts coming and it actually strikes you. Please take level 2 harm disoriented as you get knocked about in the storm, and this is temporary harm. It will go away by itself over time. But you don't know where she is anymore, nor do you see anyone else. You can't hear your friends anymore. You can't see her anymore. You can't see Andromeda anymore. All you feel is the now frozen ground beneath your feet. And just trying to keep the hail from hitting you again.
Is it possible to flash back and assist her in some way? Like to give her an extra die?
That's
To see if she can succeed.
I'm just gonna say okay. I don't know if that works rules as written, but I'm gonna say okay.
Okay.
How would you
Sick.
flash back and assist her?
So I'm hoping to like maybe just like say something like, you know how to do this, just focus. You know, like encouraging her.
Okay.
You can do this.
With this like attempt again, can I push myself to?
You want to push yourself also?
Yeah.
Oh, you could have. Well,
How
Des
much stress
is
is the
a-
flashback?
I'm gonna say that that's 1 stress flashback.
Okay.
I was gonna say, Des is a time traveler. Maybe you just saw it coming. You already told us, since now you're sharing all your time shit with us.
Oh yeah, maybe I'm
pulls
like,
the shit.
Go deflect it, do it this way instead, or something like that. I don't know.
I'm gonna say you can't push yourself retroactively, but I will allow this assist to let you roll one more time.
Let's go.
Come
Let's
on,
go.
dice. I rolled
Wheeze.
a 4.
Okay.
That's better
That's
than
much better.
Way better than a
not
2.
a fail.
Way better than a 2. That's a mixed success, right?
Yep. Right.
It is, as I'm filling in a tick on the clock.
Ah.
All of my time traveling is catching up to me, y'all.
Remove that level 2 harm and instead give yourself level 1 harm, confused, as the same thing basically happens and you think you know where your friends are, but you're not 100% sure. But you do successfully melt a hole in the side facing you, and you can see her there, and she just kind of whips her head at first. But as she does that, you can see she is now unslowed. But she is still focused on protecting herself. And thank you, C+ Content. Appreciate the raid. Welcome. We are in a boss fight, essentially.
Yeah, we are.
Frank, I have a League of Legends reference for you for what I want to do next.
Okay.
Does that mean my slow effect is done now?
Yes.
Okay. So I'd like to. What I would like to do, like mechanically wise, is I would like to rip Lyra out of her ice cocoon, because we've tried melting it. Melting's not working, but we haven't tried just straight up fucking ripping her out of it. So I want to do that. However, for visuals, just for you and anybody else who's a degenerate in chat, I'm gonna use a set alt.
My baby set? You mean baby boy?
Thank you, Holly. Everyone gets a die from Holly.
Oh,
Yay! Thank you, Holly.
we need them.
But yeah, a set alt for my non-leaguers, the ones that are safe from society.
She's about to do a pro gamer move.
Yeah, basically, I'm gonna run up. I'm going to grab where the hole is. I'm going to jump, spin for momentum, and then slam her into the ground to break the ice.
So you're just trying to shatter it.
Yeah, entirely.
So I'm gonna say this sounds like Defy to me.
It is. I have a question now. Can I use my How Dare You?
I need to read How Dare You.
Because my friends have been harmed.
Yes, you would get +1 effect. So I'm going to say that would normally be risky standard, but you will get +1 effect because of How Dare You. And it'll be risky great instead.
Risky, so just put that there. Also, if you need a reference of what Set looks like, he's a big, strong, juicy man with, like, wolf ears.
He's a shonen. He's a big shonen.
He's Momo coded.
He's so
I'm gonna use the dice that Holly just gave us.
Okay, use your extra die. So you're rolling 2D.
See, Minky's got it right. Looks like Dante.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Much better. 6. Or else I would have had to take a 1 and watch out.
You
6.
reach up, you grab, you jump, and you slam, and the giant ice cube shatters. The storm vanishes as she recoils back, but she takes flight again, and she realizes that it's now either time to kill you or time to run, and she doesn't think that she can kill you. So she whips up a torrent of wind, and she just literally takes off away from you, flying straight away up the river. You can pursue, you can try to throw something at her, you could lasso her, you could try to impede her in some way, but she is just booking it into the night.
I would try to block her path because we're still like in an area. I would try to like I do like my whole spiel is using environments to help me. So I would try to potentially knock down trees. Sorry, trees. The trees are always hurting when Celes is around. But like basically try to impede her path with the earth. If I can, I will at least try to stop her.
You can. That's a thing you can do. Sounds like you're using Ex Machina again.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Okay, yeah. Sorry.
Wait, what?
This would be my last transcendent ability.
Okay.
Christ.
So I'm going to say this sounds to me like Defy.
Yes.
So
Risky.
I'm going to say is actually not. Let me ask, to determine risky or controlled, are you pursuing after her also, or are you just doing this, you're going to try to stop her and you're holding your ground? I would say it is riskier if you were going to try to chase after her while also doing this.
I think I'm gonna hold my ground.
Okay.
I'm not out here trying to fly into the night after her.
Then
But
in
I
that
will
case,
try to stop her.
This is controlled and standard.
All right, let's see what I get. A 4. That's the number of the night.
Thinking.
Yeah.
Oh god. Do you use the earth? Do you use vines? Do you use trees? What do you use to stop her?
Probably vines and trees. If she's floating up, I can't imagine I can ground her, but I would at least like to entrap her.
So you will the trees to send their branches and their vines to stop her, and they manage to wrap around her. But disgusted, she sees you doing this, and she turns and points at you, and a bolt of lightning flies from her and into you and knocks you back down into the ground and knocking you out of your Prismara form. And you are just a girl in the woods, and I need you to take level 2 harm electrocuted.
Yep. I will mark.
But you have stopped her from getting away, and I need to mark another mark on the clock.
The clock. What does it mean?
But Celes, draining her power, has stopped Lyra from escaping.
How viscerally should before I decide on what I'm doing next, what the fuck is Andromeda doing during all this?
Andromeda, I'm
That's a
so
good
glad you
question.
asked. Andromeda is literally hiding. She's cowering in the
I'm gonna
brush.
punch her right in her fucking face after this.
I'm telling mom and dad.
She's you see her, she's
punching this
basically
bitch out.
in a fetal position, shaking and crying, hiding in the bushes.
I don't even feel bad anymore at this point. I don't have time for this fucking child right now. I am booking it. Like, does it cost a transcendent point for me to run after this lady? I hope not.
Not at this point. If you were like trying to pursue her while she was running, no. But she has been stopped from getting away, so you can just go up there.
I wanna catch up to her, and I'm going to like hold up my staff and be like, "Do you really want to do this?" because you could just surrender right now.
Oh, you're asking her to surrender.
Yeah. I'm basically giving her, like, drop your transcendence right now.
Oh, interesting. What ability would you say that is? Sounds like you're basically trying to intimidate her, like, if you don't do this, we're gonna kill you.
Pretty much. Defy?
Defy, probably. Yeah.
That's a 6. A 6 and a 3.
So I'm gonna say it would be risky,
I'm rolling a lot of 6s
limited.
today. I'm keeping these dice.
How does she react to this?
I got 2 transcendent points left, baby. I'm ready to destroy this bitch.
I'm ready. I got 2
I'm
left.
Hell yeah.
ready. I'm giving her 1 chance.
I also have 2 left,
Okay, good.
and
Whether I mean it or not remains to be seen.
Yeah,
But I'm giving her 1 chance.
She looks at you and smiles and says, like, if I do, will you let me go?
That depends.
On
Whether or not you fucking behave. We want answers, and we want you to leave us the fuck alone. If you can't do that, then it's over for you.
she relaxes and turns off the storm. The lights in her eyes diminish. The ground around you begins to unfreeze, and she drops her hands to her side. Andromeda, you can go home now. But Andromeda is just non-responsive. And Agent Storm just stands there looking at you, Eon, and waiting, like, what's next?
Start talking.
About?
What is all this nonsense about us being the Blight?
She looks at you, she looks past you, at Celes. I thought you all had figured this out by now. Very well. I'm beaten. And she sits down on the ground.
Okay. I have my guard up. I'm watching her every move.
Yeah.
I'm not dropping Transcendence. That's for
no,
damn sure.
I'm not dropping it either.
No.
Well, she hasn't either. She is just relaxed and is chilling out. Pun intended. And she says, the stones get recycled by the Blight. And every time the Blight devours one of us, it gets stronger. And it puts itself out there. Create more energy, devour more energy, create more energy, devour more energy. On and on and on and on. The Blight didn't even speak 2 years ago. Now it has a personality. You really don't get it. We're feeding it. We're the pet. It's the master. And the only way to keep more people from finding more stones, and she looks down at her wrist, is if I keep them all.
That seems a little counterintuitive, don't you think?
We can't win. We lost already.
You think I don't know that?
All we can do is hope the burn crews keep the city safe, and I could keep more people like me, like all of you, from finding little stones in a cave, or in the mountain, or in a forest.
You think you have all the answers, but you are just as blind as the rest of us have been. You think hoarding all of the power is going to fix things?
No. Just might make us lose slower.
So all you're doing is slowing the bleeding on a wound. You're not actually trying to fix it.
You can't fix it.
You don't know that.
So, keep eating the hearts of the blighted. Go further and further into the wilderness. Find powerful and more powerful and more powerful blighted until... what? Exactly?
It has to have started somewhere. There has to be a source.
Well, not that it was up to me, but we're never gonna find out what the source was, because in the infinite wisdom, the world's governments decided that history was the enemy of finding what happened to the Blight, and we're never gonna know how it started for real. And the only places that were strong enough to survive in this twisted, fucked world that we lived in were the ones that decided to hunt people like us.
Stop saying us, you're not one of us.
She
I understand where you're coming from in this. But not everything is gone from history. There are still things out there. There are still answers we can find. Your truth is not the truth. And that's what we're doing.
What do you do with all the stones? Besides wear them around. Do you use them? Do you just hoard them? What do they do now that you have 3?
Stop silly little girls from trying to be heroes.
So you didn't bother to study the stones that you found?
Study them for what?
If we're silly little girls, you are one big dumb bitch. Do you know how blighted hearts are made?
You're searching for all of these answers. Find them. Find out all the answers. Study your gems, study the blight. Try to find all the answers in the world. Humans were always the real blight.
Fine. I'm gonna study them. Now I need y'all to please let me know if you have any more questions before I do what I'm about to do.
Is Andromeda looking?
She is looking in your direction, but it's impossible to know how much of this she's even taking in.
I don't have any questions. Do what you're gonna do.
And I will go walk over to my sister and make sure she is not watching.
Yeah, I also kind of had something cooking. Frank, am I able to get the thing I requested?
I would say that would take 2 stress. However, you are aware she is still transcended, right?
I thought you said she dropped it.
I know, I said she's transcended, she's just chilling out a bit. Like, she dropped all of the power. She's just sitting there in transcended form.
Okay. Never mind. I will wait for a second. I'll look to Watchdog.
Prismara, you want to do anything before I do what I'm about to do?
No. I think... Well, I guess now that I'm in my regular form, too, yeah, there's something else I want to get from her.
The one watchdog says, I'll study it. There is a slight whistle after that, and JJ gets big and eats her.
Oh.
This is how I'm going to figure out if, how blighted hearts exist. I'm going to try and do
You're gonna try to have JJ consume her.
Yeah, that's how I did it with the blighted heart before. This is how Watchdog is gonna decide. She's gonna try and figure out how blighted hearts are made. This is also how Watchdog is gonna fact check her and see if she's right or not. I would like to specifically bite her in half, but that is, depends on, I guess, how much shit happens.
So it's not just gonna happen, you know that, right? You're gonna have to try to roll for that. Okay.
Yeah, yes. I'm aware. I'm just letting you know this is my thought process. What I'm putting into this and like why.
I take it you are using Defy for this?
Defy. I'm gonna push myself.
I'm gonna say this is risky and standard effect.
Can How Dare You kick in because my my friends are still harmed? And she's still the one who did it. I let go of my fucking hands. My bad.
Yes.
I'm not sure which dice to use. I'm scared. I'll just use this. I want to keep that one, the last point I have. So yeah, I'm pushing myself. Took the stress. I gained an effect. And you said Defy.
Yes.
How many D are you rolling right now?
I'm rolling 2D right now. That's
Can
give you?
Can
we give you die?
You have links, right? Or do you have links?
Someone should have, at least one person has links on me.
I have a link with Freya.
Oh, I don't have any link with Freya somehow, which is weird.
We've never gotten to a fight.
Oh, that's true. We don't
I would
fight.
like to use my link with Freya as I go over to shield Andromeda's eyes. And I see JJ come out.
So you can use that link to give her a die. Freya, you think, as you're doing this, you think back to poor Andromeda and what she's been through and what Evangeline has been trying to do for her sister and all the hurt that has been caused because of this awful woman. So you can roll 3 die.
3D.
It's 3D. I'm so nervous. Oh god. This could go so bad, y'all.
But it could go so good.
But it doesn't. It doesn't. But it doesn't. But it doesn't.
Wait,
But it doesn't.
you rolled 3D?
That's 2 6s.
Okay.
You
It
scared the
doesn't.
shit out of me,
It
bitch.
scared the shit out of me too. Okay, I'm like, I ruined my camera quality. I at least for me, it's all fuzzy. So cute. Am I fuzzy?
It's fine. It's fine on the stream.
It's fine on the street.
There you go. I'm like really cold too because it's snowing outside. So I'm feeling all shit. My heart was racing really bad. Okay. I need my compression gloves.
Eat her.
JJ
Give
runs
us what we
over
want, Frank.
and
Bite of 87.
bites her. And using supernatural power, starts tearing into her. The gauntlet on her hand suddenly shatters, and the gems go scattering everywhere. And she smiles. Like she's letting it happen. And she looks past all of you. She looks to Andromeda in her last moments as the power fades from her, and she's just a woman in a suit being eaten by a magical dog. And
A big magical dog. I made him very big.
She says, "Guess I'll see Jason before you do."
Bitch.
Oh shit.
You're looking at him right now. Jason, finish it.
And Lyra is dead.
Yeah.
Damn.
Do we recover? This is the next part. Because I mentioned it before. I'll do it again. The main, besides killing a bitch, Freya is trying to test. This is fucked up. Freya is trying to test her theory about the blighted hearts, and also Loki trying to fact check what Lyra said. Do we feel that same relief that we would if we ate a blighted heart?
No. But you all see the gems that went flying from the gauntlet fade to the same dust that Colette did minutes earlier. And the gauntlet falls down empty on the ground. And I guess we will take a short break and come back in 15 minutes. Don't go anywhere, everyone. We will be right back.
We did a murder. Bye.
Murder happened today.
See you in a few minutes.
What
Listen, don't gotta.
Back, everyone. Thank you for bearing with us and coming back on the other side of the break. Just 2 announcements. Please join our Discord if you would like to join the awesome debate that's in chat. This is like a weekly conversation about this show and most of our shows, to be honest. People get out the conspiracy theories and start talking about them, and our Discord is the best place to do this. It's a lot of fun. We get involved, spoiler-free, of course, but it's a lot of fun. And if you would like to contribute to the group like Holly did, there is some different ways you contribute. All of it goes back into the production cost of the show. If you want to catch up on any of our shows, you can always head over to our YouTube that has every episode of every show that we've ever run on the channel. And we just happen to do that every once in a while. There's a lot there. Vampire the Masquerade, Cyberpunk Red, Dungeons and Dragons. There's so many systems at this point that we've run on this channel, and more coming. So if you like games, we are a good place to watch them. All right. During our break, wonderful cast, wonderful girls, you were all discussing taking some very drastic actions and having some disagreements. I think you should have this debate in character. So I believe I'm just going to let Aki take the mic because she's the one that has this very specific idea about what she wants to do. So I'm going to get out of the way.
Woman eated. Then disintegrated. Same with, 10 stones. Like about 10 stones on the gauntlet.
Also,
not
are you
3.
all still transcended except for Celes?
I am.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
You're gonna leave me as the only... I mean,
Hello.
I think we can...
Just asking.
I might I might jump out though. I feel like after eating a person, one needs some time to calm the fuck down. You know?
You know.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think so. I'm gonna walk up to this gauntlet that is still there. Like get out of my magical form, out of Watchdog. Go from Watchdog to Freya.
Okay.
Pick up this gauntlet. Gonna look at it. And then I'm gonna look over to Symphony and Andromeda. And I'm going to ask, do you know what this does? And I'm asking Andromeda.
She's
cover her
just
eyes.
looking at you almost catatonically, saying nothing. She's shaking.
Enough. This is no time to be scared. Do you know what this does?
Sounds like you are expressing or defying.
Either or. I think I'll do express this time because I'm snappy because I just got out of battle.
Great. This is risky standard.
5.
She just shakes her head like this.
All right. We're gonna find out. Give me your stone. Put it in here.
No, we're not doing that.
Yes, we are. She just killed a person. We didn't like Colette. You were her friend. I'm gonna look way above that. But there's no way after what we just got put through. Do I trust you with this power? You couldn't even use it. And just guessing, I'm assuming you did it for the missing boy.
I'll look at Andromeda very like, girl, you better speak.
Do you understand that this is not a fucking game? We're not playing dress up? Or are you that spoiled, privileged? Do you know what's at stake? Because I sure as hell didn't 6 months ago. But I knew prior, it's not your family on the line, is it? It never was your family on the line, so give me your fucking stone and put it in this fucking gauntlet. I will make you do it. I can roll Defy now if you want.
Yeah, you should probably do that. You're speaking to Symphony, yes.
I'm
Or Andromeda.
I'm speaking to Andromeda because Andromeda is grown and can do what she wants, as she's been doing what she wants. I will stress myself to, like, I'll push myself for an extra D here, because
This is gonna be limited effect.
yeah, I'm like, I feel stressed. So I'm like, I might as well take it. 6. It's a good thing I took it.
She looks between Freya and Symphony, back and forth. And then she
She
runs.
looks like she's gonna. No, I have an arm on her.
I was gonna. Wasn't she laying on the ground in fetal position 2 seconds ago?
Oh, are you talking
What?
to her? Okay, I thought you guys stood her up. Then that's my bad. She's gonna stand up and then
I would have
run.
stood her up, but I'm holding her because my hand was on her. Right?
You gonna yank her back?
Yeah, I'm gonna yank her back.
No. No running. You gotta stay here.
She is shaking. She is crying.
Hey. It's okay. You fucked up. But you're not gonna run from it. But you're also not gonna give up your stone. Here you go.
I will take mine and I will offer it to you.
Absolutely not.
So she will just grab it off of her. It's around
Freya.
her neck.
No.
And she'll hand it out.
No.
You're not taking Andromeda's. So there you go.
Maybe there is another way we can do this.
Yes, we shouldn't be testing on this with actual stones of anybody yet. Or anybody here at least.
How do you know this won't kill somebody?
Exactly.
Well, this is what we're gonna find out, because clearly she doesn't know.
Well,
But she was
So you
more
just-
than willing to kill 2 people. She killed 1.
she
And
did.
She will answer for that, but that doesn't mean
How will she
that-
answer for that? Are we gonna turn her into the authorities?
No.
No.
Then how will she answer for that? How is she taking accountability? How is she gonna answer for that?
I'll handle her. I will. Just
No, you won't, because you haven't been. You're the big sister. You should have been handling her. Your boy's been missing for 2 years. Get a fucking grip. What do you think happened?
He's definitely not coming back.
Freya, what if we took this back and tested on it more? Not necessarily with a stone, but with other things.
We'll
Maybe we
test
can
it.
Find an unclaimed stone.
Or that, yes.
Then what are we gonna do with her, because she is a threat? She is a
rip her
threat
arm.
with powers. Sure, maybe in the thick of things she won't fight us.
Desi's gonna step up to Freya right now and say, I'm gonna need you to take a beat before we do
You?
something rash. You just got done killing someone,
Yeah,
so I'm gonna need you to take a beat.
look, I promised I would protect her.
And what do you think we're doing right now?
I'm protecting her. She is active. She cannot control her sister. Her sister has supernatural powers
Rash
and
action.
just killed someone.
Rash
And then
action
lured someone else as
are
well.
not going to help. I'm gonna need you to take a beat. I'm not saying I disagree with you. I'm saying we need to think about this a little bit. And if she tries to run, I look at Andromeda, I will stop you. So fucking stay still. Nobody's giving up any gems right this second, alright? Take a beat before I make you. All of you.
Jump to another timeline then. Let's see if you can fix that one. You can live as many lives as you want.
That is not
just
how that
got
works.
this one. It doesn't matter. That's what it looks like. I just have this one. And before this stupid rock came to my possession, my parents were already dealing with the Blight. And I'm guessing they have been. You want to protect her? Fine. Nobody uses the stone. But remember that she is a constant threat. She is dangerous. And stupid.
I'm
can
not
agree with
disagreeing
that.
with you.
Then you
I'm
will
not.
watch her. Then you will watch her and you will take responsibility.
Fine, I will.
Someone has to keep you rich bitches in line. I'm leaving. I'm taking this with me.
Let's meet up later so we can study it. All right.
Fine. I'm gonna whistle to Jason. No, I'm gonna straight up say, Jason, come here. We're going home. While there still is one.
I'm going to let Freya go. I'm not gonna fight her or whatever. She needs to take a beat, and that's what she's doing. I'm going to turn to Andromeda. I'm still transcended. I am not dropping this right now. I'm looking her over. I assume she's still shaking, crying, upset.
I'm holding her by the arm.
How about we sit down for a second? Is that okay?
She nods.
Okay. Let's sit right here. And I will sit down with her
She sits.
in the grass.
We'll sit with her, next to her.
I look over my shoulder at Celes, like stay back maybe a little, or stay behind me, or something like that.
She will.
This is probably the worst possible time to have a conversation, but we're gonna have one. Why did you do this? Why would you sell out people like you? People who are your friends? For what? I need to know. You betrayed us, Andy. Why?
Sounds like empathize.
Sure, I don't have any die in that, but I'll push myself.
Okay.
How many stress is that?
2.
I forget. Is it 2?
Can I spend a link to give her a D
Yeah.
with
Okay.
the Z?
Cool.
So it'll just be 1 instead of disadvantage.
I got 2 5s.
Nice.
She looks at you. She bites her lip. I didn't have a choice.
Do you care to elaborate on that a little?
She said, if you don't bring her here, I'm just going to take your gem and kill all of your friends anyway.
So she convinced you that sacrificing Celes would save everyone else. And you believed her?
She looks at Symphony and
Why
said,
didn't you tell us?
I thought you'd find a way.
Find a way to what? Stop all this? Stop her from killing Colette? And who knows who else? She had a lot of gems on that gauntlet.
I didn't do those.
I'm not saying you did.
We could have dealt with this a lot easier if you had just told us beforehand.
She looks at you. How many times did you tell me I was just a kid and this world wasn't for me?
And how much does this prove that she was right?
She looks away.
But you're here. And you're either going to spend whatever time we have left to fight the Blight, making it up to us, or I will let Freya take your stone. I don't want that to happen. You and your friends are gonna join forces with us. And we're gonna stop this. No more of this rivalry bullshit. I'm done with it. You want to know what happened to Jason? It's not a story anybody wants to hear. He's not coming back, Andy.
I know.
And that is something I have to live with every day. I was the last person to see him alive. I know what happened to him.
She looks at you. You knew the whole time.
Yes. Even talking about it now is... And you can see Desi's getting emotional. It's... Even talking about it after all this time is... impossible.
She looks at your chakras. Like she's seeing you in a new way for the first time. But she can't say anything. She just looks down again.
If I had had a way to form the words, I would have told you. I figured it would be less painful for you to think that he was just gone somewhere than truth. I wasn't strong enough to fight, and he died for me.
Yep.
Would like to use my staff to kind of swing out in a circle and just kind of
Keep them at bay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You try, they encircle around you, and they start to actually climb on your body, all of these little creatures in the darkness, and begin to restrict your movement. You find it difficult to move as they're all holding on to you. Please take level 2 harm. How do I call this? I guess I would say constricted.
Okay.
And same for you, Crimson Count. They begin to close in on you as well. And they have you all surrounded.
I'd like to try to cut some down.
All right,
in the
you're
herd.
cutting a hole to get out of here.
Yep.
And yeah, you try to slice, but there's just too many. It's like you're swiping at an insect swarm. You manage to cut down some, you make some progress, but there's just so much, and they envelop you. Please take the same harm as they start crawling on your body, gnawing at you a little bit, pulling you down for the other bigger ones to finish you off. And they walk towards you, vines coming from their bodies, walking towards you slowly. They're gonna be on you in a matter of seconds.
Yeah. Eon,
Yeah.
can you run?
Yup.
Good. And I want to use my transcendent ability, which is perform a superhuman feat of athletics or deliver a monologue without anyone interrupting.
Okay.
And he wants you to run as he delivers this monologue. So the Crimson Count will flourish his cape, knocking the bugs off, and does a little backflip on a rock, and he will hold his rapier up in front of his face and go, "Behold, you blighted beasts. Today is not the day that Eon will fall, because she will escape. Today is the day you will meet your end by the Crimson Count, the one and only, the courageous, the charismatic, the one and only." And he will take off his mask. And as you're running, you will see Jason. And he will do a front flip and just start slicing as all these monsters are staring at him as he gives this monologue.
This is one of my closest friends, and I'm freaking out now. I don't want to leave him, but maybe I can escape just enough to like do something to
As
help?
he's
I
doing
don't know.
this, creatures are running past you to him, being drawn in, and you see the shambling forms of vines going towards him and are beginning to hack at him as he is flourishing. It clearly looks like he is just trying to get you out and has no intention of following you. You run and you hear the sounds of his rapier and his flourishes and his grunts as he is fighting
Bestial
within.
buffoon. Yeah, just alliterated insults as he's hacking through these
And
bloody
you hear
creatures.
him for a while as you leave, lost in the caves, but you're scientific. You eventually make your way to the entrance, but eventually as you're as you're running for your life, you hear the cries of the blighted and the yells of the Crimson Count of Jason get fewer and fewer and fewer and farther away. Eventually, you finally see daylight, out of breath, sprinting the whole way. But you finally taste free, blightless air again. Andromeda looks to Eva and looks at Desi. Can I please go home now?
I will kind of, we're sitting down. I'll kind of curl around her and put her, like, the kind of hug where you put their head under your chin.
Yeah, you can go home. listen to what Desi said.
Does anyone go with her?
Actually, no, I'll take her. Actually, she'll look at Desi and then pass to Celes. Why don't I make sure she gets home?
Okay.
Yeah. We can talk about all this later.
And she will fade out of Symphony into normal Eva. And she will kind of guide Andromeda, like with a hand at her back home.
When they're out of view, I'm just gonna walk up to Celes and like lay my head on her shoulder and like drop my transcendence.
She kind of just leans in to Desi and like gives her a hug.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you both sooner. It's really hard to talk about.
You don't have to apologize to me. That is really hard. A hard thing. Everything you've been through is... I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
I do worry that now that you've told us, people will start holding it against you.
Yeah.
I won't do that. I won't let anybody do that because it's not right.
Thanks, Celes.
She grabs her arm. Let's head home.
Yeah, let's go. And I'll help her walk because she's injured and I'm not.
Yeah.
I'd love to somehow, if we're gonna start transitioning into like downtime and stuff after this, help her recover.
Let's do that. We will have to resolve, we'll do that after the session, but resolving experience and all that sort of thing. But, yeah. Let's help her recover. Sounds like you are emotionally helping her recover.
Yeah. Can I use confess?
Yes, confess seems very appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sadly, it's only a 2.
2 ticks on your healing clock, Celes.
Okay.
Although, wait, do you have any harm, Celes? You should have harm. Your harm is gone. Where did your harm
I
go?
did have it. It was electrocuted.
The other one, I
Level 2
believe, was...
electrocuted, level 1 confused.
Yeah, but the
Yeah,
confused
I
is
think-
gone. That one went away by itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you should just have electrocuted. So 2 ticks on the clock.
Okay.
Ava, what do you say to your sister, if anything, on your way home?
Nothing for a while. It's mostly silence. And she kind of looks to her.
You know I didn't know, right?
About Jason?
I knew he disappeared, but that was it.
I knew he had.
I knew his alter ego.
You knew?
I did. We met once out there.
What was he like? What was he really like?
I don't even know if that was a manifestation of who he really was. Maybe who he wanted to be? It was very dramatic. Very not like Jason at all. Dressed up, suit, very, if you remember any of those old Musketeer stories, very akin to that. He had this very embellished mask, a giant hat with a big old plume feather, and he had this very Shakespearean way of speaking. It was... I wouldn't have put it together if it wasn't for him noticing me. Actually,
Actually,
was,
that does kind of sound like Jason.
yeah? You think so?
He was always a fan of the Grand Jester.
You guys must have been closer than I thought.
Well, you know how guys are like, do you want to hang out, or do you want to see me sometime? He was
No.
just like,
No, I don't. Ava said no because I like girls.
Lamal.
he was
you
just
just go-
like, let's go on a date, you know?
That does sound like him. Of course he'd be the straightforward kind of guy. Well, what was it like? Your first date? I don't think you ever told me.
Never got a chance.
Oh, her nose kind of scrunches at that, just like a.
Well, what would you have wanted it to be? What did you think was gonna go? How did you think it was gonna go?
Your laugh.
No.
He knew the forest better than anyone since he lived so close. I thought he'd maybe just show me the forest, you know?
He did like to run out there, didn't he? Some form of rebellion. I know it doesn't help in hindsight, but does it?
She kind of is trying to come up with some kind of older sister wisdom, and she's like, there is nothing that can be said here. She starts and stops sentences for a moment and just.
Andy just hugs her sister.
I'll hold her.
You know, you really gotta start taking this seriously. And I'm gonna start treating you as such. You're not a baby anymore. And what you did today, you messed up. And it's okay to mess up. That's not the lesson I want you to learn from this. But, the only way we're gonna fix it is if we work together, okay?
Okay.
No more baby stuff. When we go out, we'll go out together.
Okay.
And we're gonna figure out this thing is. We're gonna figure out why it took Jason and why it takes anyone. Together. All of us.
Okay.
With Colette gone, I want you to go to your friends and tell them this.
What friends?
Orion and Leona. Are you not actually friends?
I guess. They're alright. They're not Colette.
No. Well, maybe it's time you started to get to know them a little better then.
Yeah.
We're gonna be spending more time together with them after all.
Yeah, more time.
We still have that, you know. It's not over.
Okay.
You done talking?
She kind of gives a little head rub of like, you're done talking to me, aren't you?
I'm sorry, sis.
I know you are. And now you're gonna fix it. And I'm gonna help you fix it.
Thank you.
Of course.
You take her to your parents' place where she still is. Do you stay there?
I'll stay with her.
Your room's still there. It is late enough you don't encounter your parents, which is always a relief.
Yeah.
Through the expansive manor of very expensive antiquities, piles of paperwork, half-eaten dinners, and too many missed apologies. And you both go to sleep. Freya, what do you do when you get home on this evening?
I text Leona back, I'm alive.
Yeah, so I was gonna mention
Because I told her if in 2 hours.
she was gonna text you anyway and be like, first, what's going on, followed by ... Are you alive?
I'm alive. And then, I'm alive, send. Andromeda alert. I just tell her everything. Andromeda alert. Well, instead of saying I ate someone, I just be like, I took care of her. Like, that's what I use, just in case, incriminating shit. But I do say things like Andromeda betrayed y'all. Probably lured Colette into the forest. Colette is dead. Colette is gone. There's nothing left. We fought, like, what was it, Lyra Storm, whatever. I took care of her. That's it. And we found something else, but I'd rather show you.
She says, it's too late for this bullshit. Talk to me in the morning.
Noted. Send.
Colette's really dead? Question marks? 5 question marks?
There is nothing left of her. I wish I had proof.
Right. Okay. Give me the nitty-gritty tomorrow.
Will do. Tell your other friend, Ryan.
Will do. Good night, Freya.
Good night.
Does anyone do anything before they go to sleep?
I take a warm shower because it's after 7. so it's cheaper. And also, I might have gunk in my hair. I don't want to think about that.
Definitely a lot of everything in all of your hair and clothes, but that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I will clean JJ as well, by the way, because JJ ate a person. And then we just we're gonna go to sleep. I think normally when the parents aren't here, Freya sleeps in their room and the two siblings share one. But actually all the siblings share a room. There's only 2 bedrooms here. And so that means Freya would take the floor in this case, which I think today she will gladly take the floor.
Okay. Desi, anything from you before you head off to sleep?
I make sure Celes gets home safe. And then I head back to the dorm and probably quietly freak out for a while. Maybe some light crying.
Aww.
Maybe some dissociating. Yeah, definitely all the traumatic things have been dredged up by everything that just happened.
Yeah, I'll say.
And not doing great. Probably just eventually passes out from sheer exhaustion.
You get a text before you do.
Okay.
It says, it's just a private one. Did you make it home? Question mark.
I reply, yeah, I'm home.
Are you okay? Question mark.
That is not a great question right now, period.
She will send a heart emoji and then she will say, I want to say the words. You know, the 3 words, but I've only gotten to say it like in person once, so it feels lame to say it over text. Yet. But no, I mean it.
She just kind of says, don't forget reusing different words, ... You're my pattern.
She sends, is there a pattern emoji?
I
1 minute, looking.
That's what she says. Me looking.
I send like I send like random emojis that look kind of like they could be a pattern. I'm like, these question mark? I don't know.
What about, and she sends the chain link fence emoji. It's just like 2 chains. That's kind of a pattern. Question mark.
If that's what you want to use, ... Sure.
Or, and she sends the one that's like a graph of like a boop, boop, boop. We could do that one.
She just sends laughing emojis and says, I think you're loopy. It's time for both of us to go to bed.
She concedes. And just says,
Okay, well, good night, pattern.
Good night. Send you a little purple heart emoji.
oh, it is cute.
Ooh, goose. Ooh, goose. And then bedtime.
And then bedtime.
I totally have the bunny. I go to sleep with the plushies that she gave me.
Aw.
Yeah!
Oh wait, I have it.
That's right! Get
You
it?
do have the bunny with the note.
Not Mandy and I buying the same plush so we could do a bit. Mine's in the background. It's right here.
No.
The bun.
Cute.
So yeah, I forgot to put it on my desk. I just remembered. Yeah. Bunny.
The bun.
Evangeline.
Why would you say this to me?
I know, right?
Me?
The
Scared?
heart.
Yeah?
In the morning you wake up. Your parents are already gone.
Bless.
And there's a note on your dresser.
Okay.
And it says, "Dear sister, I now know that even though you told me I was a kid, that you always loved me. And I know now, after what you did in the forests, that you'll always protect me. But I don't want protecting anymore. Because Freya is right. I did get Colette killed. I always knew that Jason was gone, but I always just wanted to know what happened to him. And now I do. I hope you don't mind. I talked to your professor to find out where he was. I'm going to him now. I think this world will be better without me in it. And I just want you to know how much I love you. I'm so sorry. Andromeda.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. She kind of stands there, and it's kind of like her hands grip onto the paper. It's like the words kind of settle in. And part of her knows that it's too late. But also, maybe it's not. And, yeah, she's gonna take off.
You're running to that spot on the map.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You run and run and run. It's hours. It's further than you've ever been. Across the mountains, into a valley on the other side. And you get to this peaceful scene that you see before you. And you start to hear Blighted in the distance, leading into a different forest that you've never even been to before. And you see at the foot of a small cave is the curled up form of Andromeda turned to dust. And inside you hear soft laughter. Evangeline, do you want to come join your sister? And we will stop there tonight. Thank you all for watching. I
Choking
really
noises.
never wanted this episode to happen. We'll be back next week. Hopefully a little bit happier. I got nothing. Yeah.
I
Good
tried
night,
to make it
everyone.
happy, y'all.
Hope everybody get yourself a nice cup of tea or something
lay
for
down.
the evening. It's like when you watch a heavy anime episode and you're like, oh shit, I gotta process that
Where's the
shit.
happy ending music song? Like, you know, the song sobbing.
Yeah, we need the happy anime ending, rolling credits after something horrible just
And
happened.
here it comes. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Good night,
See you
everyone.
next week.
We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. If we are crashing down again, pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud, it's alright. You're giving me a lie again. And tell me what you want this time.